We're going to talk about marriage here now. Each one of us, we're going to be talking here about one thing. We're going to be placing on the screen one tip. So let's see the first one here. This one I want to talk about. Pastors, you can stay close to me here. Do not have close friendship with people of the opposite sex. Close friendship. Many couples are struggling, they are suffering in their marriage because of this situation. Your best friend must be your husband. Did you get it? Your best friend must be who? Your wife. Always. So when your wife says to you, please, I don't like you talking to that person, she's getting too close to you, and then you turn to her and say, come on. And even if the woman didn't really mean anything, but because your wife said, please, I don't feel comfortable. Your secretary, I saw how she was looking at you. She was too kind. Listen to her. Take into account. Are you getting this? Especially you husbands. Take into account. And wives as well. When your partner says, look, I saw there on your Facebook page many friends, female friends I don't even know. And then you say, I don't know either. So if you don't know, delete these people. And remember, don't go liking everything you see there, liking people's pages, liking women's pages or men's pages. Because you are asking for trouble. Many marriages were destroyed because of Facebook. Don't waste your time with this. Careful. Couples, don't be chatting with people you don't know online. Don't enter these chat rooms. Talk to your wife. Are you with me? Talk to your husband. Sometimes you are both in bed. Come here. Let's imagine you are both in bed there. One is like this, the other one is on the other side there. Come on. Talk to each other. Are you getting this? Not saying that you have to do this all the time. Okay, there is nothing wrong in having a look on something, but there are people who spend hours there, hours and hours. Be careful with social network, people. Be very careful. That's a tool in the devil's hands that has destroyed many relationships. Is this clear? Next one, please. Saying the right thing at the wrong time. Which pastor is going to help me now? Pastor?
Yes,
Carlos,
Bishop.
what can you say about this? How has this tip blessed your marriage?
What I can say is that I am a victim of this.
Really?
And so my wife too. Of course, there are things that for example, the things that you mentioned here, being on bed, checking, instead of talking to each other, but then they are on the social network. They're not talking to each other. All these things, for example, maybe the wife, she feels like talking to the husband, no, what you are doing is not right. But if she speaks in a time when the husband, for example, a lot of wives, they commit this mistake by talking when the husband arrives from work, when he's,
his head is
all over the place. Yeah. He's tired. He's not in the proper mood. So
saying the right thing in the wrong time will be wrong. So you had this issue in your marriage?
Oh yes, especially in the beginning.
Really?
But I've learned my lessons.
So there were times that you didn't wait for the right time?
And she learned too.
Both of you?
Yes, definitely.
So wait for the right moment. Is this clear? You must wait sometimes for your partner to cool down. When he's exhausted, when he's tired. I know there are many things you can say, but give him a time now to. And then you come at the right time, especially after massaging his foot.
Now she does that.
You see? Foot massage. That's a secret. You go there and, oh, thank you. Okay. How are you? I feel so good. Really? Can I talk to you? Yes, honey, you can say whatever you want now. Let's go to the next one there. Comparing the wife to other people. Who is going to help me here? How long have you been married for?
18 years.
18 years. Look how nice. Come here, please. Have you ever compared your wife to others?
Obispo, en mi caso,
In my case, Bishop,
yo me casé muy joven.
I got married very young.
Tenía 21 años y mi esposa tenía 17 años.
I was 21 years old and she was 17.
Entonces yo vengo de un hogar que mi madre se separó.
I come from a
Obviamente,
home where my mother got
mi
separated.
madre me super cuidó, super
So she
protegió.
really was
Protective.
overprotective of me.
Entonces yo crecí con ese cuidado.
So I grew
Cuando me casé,
With this
yo quería lo
overprotective
mismo
care.
con mi esposa.
When I got married, I expected the same from my wife.
Entonces yo cometí ese error de comparar mi esposa con mi mamá.
So I made this mistake of comparing my wife to my mom.
Comparing the wife with the mama. Francis, what did that make you feel? How did you feel when he was comparing you with your mom and auntie and so many other women?
Obispo, cuando él me comparaba, yo me sentía mal, porque yo me sentía que no era suficiente.
So I
de lo
felt
que
like
hacía.
I wasn't good enough for him.
Él me comparaba en actitudes, reacciones,
So actions, attitudes, what else?
la forma como hacía la comida incluso.
The food. Your food is not like my mom's food.
Llama a mi mamá y dile que aprende, que te enseñe a cocinar.
Yeah, talk to my mom and she's gonna teach you. Come on. Really?
Ese tipo de cosas.
And that created friction in the marriage.
Sí, eso fue al principio, solamente, eso fue principalmente al inicio del
So
matrimonio.
mainly in the beginning of the marriage. But did he change?
Sí,
Do you want me to
cambió.
talk to him afterwards?
Nunca más.
No? Of course, 18 years. Look how nice. But he learned, changed here. That's why 18 years he has achieved this level as well. Gracias, amigo. Thank you very much. Thank you, Francis. Let's go to the next one. Trying to force your partner to change. And now, who is going to help me here? You can. Did you used to do that yourself?
A lot, Bishop.
You were forcing your wife to change?
I expected her to be like me, and I couldn't see it.
Can you imagine? People are not like us. That's a big mistake people make. Wanting people to be like them. So you wanted your wife to be like you.
Yes, it took a long time to change. I could say
How long have you been married for?
for 18 years.
18
It's going to be
years.
18 years in November.
November, so
Yes.
nice.
And for the first, I could say 7 years was very difficult, mostly on my part because I couldn't understand the differences between us. To give an example, I was raised very strict with time and discipline, and I understand, if we're leaving the house at 7:10, it's 7:10. When 7:05, are you ready? 5 minutes. Okay, 7:10, 5 minutes. Are you ready? No, I need 5 minutes. 5 became 15.
I know this 5 minutes. I know.
Yeah.
Who knows this 5 minutes? My goodness.
I didn't understand that for me, Bishop. It was just shoes, socks, pants, tools, and I'm done.
For
And
us,
she-
yes.
Yeah.
You see, not even hair. It's so easy. Yes or no?
Yes, Bishop. So
Come on.
I didn't understand. That was just one case. There were many other differences between us. It took me a good while to learn.
But then you understood that she's not like you, and trying to make her change
Didn't work.
only made things worse.
Actually, Bishop, she actually got much better when I stopped nagging at her to change.
Really?
Focus more on, and I saw that as a problem and changed myself. That's when our marriage started to work.
Thank you very much. So please, don't try to change your partner. That's why we have the therapy of love, where we ask God to change our partners. And as we always tell people, if you have never learned this, heard this, focus on working on your personal change. All right? Focus on yourself. Because if there is someone you can change, who is this person? Do like this. It's me. Yes. Let's go. Next one. Show affection. Who is going to help me? Pastor Israel. First of all, how long have you been married for?
18 years.
18 years as well. Let's go.
So for me, it wasn't a big deal if I didn't say to my wife that I loved her every day.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a big deal if, I didn't go over and give her a kiss or you look nice today.
Because probably you thought, she knows he loves me, right?
In my head, I got married to you. I love you. I'm faithful to you.
Imagine I'm faithful, I got married. What else
And
do I have to do to show you
That was
affection?
something big for me. I'm faithful to you.
Yeah.
You know, what more can...
Yeah.
But little by little, I started to notice that these things were not sufficient.
Yes.
You know, for us men, if I cut my hair, if I buy shoes, or my friends at work...
I like noticing the wife as well. Yes. These can be big problems. Sometimes when I go out with my wife, I see other women. They look at her, thank God. But they look at her from top to bottom, like this. Because women, they notice things more than men. And you see, ladies, you have to understand that we men are like this. Not that we don't care about you, not that we don't notice. We do, but we're not good on expressing. Are you getting this? But that's why, men, you have to learn. You have to say. Don't think, it's not necessary. It is. It is important for the marriage. Let's say, for the health of the marriage.
I learned throughout time that, you know, these things that for me, they were little, but
for her it was...
brought a smile to her face.
See? Very nice. Did you get it? So, show affection. Not mental, but show it. Are you ready for the next one? Listen to each other. Who is going to help me here? Huh? So, Pastor Fabio, you didn't used to listen to your wife at all?
No, not
No.
at
How
all.
long have you been married for?
14 years.
14 years. So, she used to talk to you, you didn't used to listen?
First of all, she was born in the church.
She was born in the church and you were not.
Yes. And then I thought, when she used to speak, she didn't went through what I went
Right.
through in the world. And then she used to talk and say things, no, I know more than you.
I know better. Imagine, she was born in the church. What does she know? I was brought up out there, right?
And there was a case, Bishop, that I wasn't given time, spend time in my marriage.
Right.
Only in the work of God, evangelize. doing the
Only
work of
focusing
God.
there on the
Yes.
day-to-day work.
And there was a time she started talking about that. We are not spending time enough together. And I used to arrive home. There was a day I arrived home and she was in tears. I'm not sure if she remembers. She was crying.
And she spoke to you about it, right?
Yes. And I didn't listen. I thought, you should understand. You should be in the same faith like me. But I was only focusing on saving others and forget about
And
the
your
first
marriage
soul.
was collapsing,
Yes,
right?
Yes. And then when I start listening, and I realized because God comes first, family, and then the work of God. And that's why my marriage got blessed.
Amen. Can you see how nice? So listen to your spouse. Listen. And sometimes men have a problem when it comes to listening. No selfishness allowed. I think I know who is going to talk about it.
It's a big problem.
Big problem. How long have you been married for, Pastor
13
John?
years.
In the beginning of the marriage there, you were selfish. Selfishness was a problem there in the marriage.
As
In
I
which
told-
sense?
I told you I don't have brothers or sisters.
So you were the
only one.
only child.
Yeah. And I brought this into my marriage. In the house, I didn't want to share anything with my wife. Oh, this is mine. Don't touch. But I can say the worst moment was we went to visit the church. The pastor was holding the service, everything. And then he called us at the back, the pastor and the wives. Guess what I did? I forgot her at the back.
My goodness. You left her behind. because
Alone. She was
you were,
alone.
You were focusing on yourself.
Yeah. Only myself. The problem was solved when I understood in marriage there is no I, mine, or my. It's ours.
And money as well.
Yeah.
Problems as well when it comes to money. Because there are husbands who are very possessive, right? They say, no, it's
My salary.
my salary.
My money.
My money. Separate accounts.
Yeah.
You have your share, I have mine.
This is our tip for you. If you want to be happy in your love life, don't allow this to take place. Sacrifice. Do the will of your partner, and you're going to be very happy.
Very nice. So invest in your partner. Invest in your wife. Both of you get into agreements. Enough of selfishness. No. You mind your business, I mind mine. I want a break, I want my time. It's my time now. I'm going to go out with my friends. What is this? Who is your friend? Your wife. Who is your friend? Your husband. The last one we leave for our friend here, Pastor Gomes. Pastor Gomes, tell me about it. I believe you. That this one here, 40 years married.
Yes.
40 years. So patience has been really important, Pastor Gomes.
Yes, it's very important. All words you talk about.
Everything we spoke is important.
It's important. Make part of the marriage.
Right.
One thing we need. The man have to be patient with the wife. And the wife have to be patient with the husband.
It's mutual,
If
right?
It's good. It's all right. The marriage is going. Never stop. We need this. The patient bring us to understand the husband. The husband understand the wife. Sometimes the husband come to the job.
Comes from a
It's
job.
full of problems in the mind.
Yes.
If the woman, or says the wife she has patience, all right. It's going.
Everything is going to be so good, isn't it?
The marriage have many
So,
problems.
Pastor Gomes, 40 years now that you are married, you can say that patience played a big role there, right?
Many patience.
Many
I have
moments
a
you
lot
had to
of
be
patience
patient.
for my wife. Even my wife, she has patience with me. because
Yeah, she has to be patient. I can imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine. And especially you who are born, imagine you have a culture that is different than your partners. Who here you got married with somebody from a different culture, different country here? We need to be patient as well to understand that there are
It
differences.
is important. It is a patient. It's the number one.
Thank you very much. Great. Did it help you? Yes? Look how nice.